Hey guys, this is Dimitri with Joe's Gaming and Electronics, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to replace your screen on your Apple iPad Pro 3 or 4. It's the same process for either model. Before I dive into this, I do want to let you guys know that we do offer a mail-in repair service for these. So if you guys have screen issues and you need to get the screen replaced, you can fill out a repair form. The link will be down in the description below. And we do sell the screens as well. All the tools that you'll see me using in this video, we do have those available on our website as well. All the links will be down in the description. And before I get into this repair, I do want to let you guys know that this screen has been replaced before. And you can tell that when it was previously replaced, it looks like a lot of heat was applied onto this side, so you have a lot of pressure points right here. And we're going to go ahead and replace this screen with a new one. So first things first, before you do anything, you want to make sure you power it off completely by holding the power button and the volume up button together. And now we are good to rock. So first things first, what I'm going to use is I'm going to go ahead and use a couple plastic picks to pry the screen. I'm going to use a thinner one to kind of start the process off. We're going to use a heat gun for this repair, and for the heat I like to run it at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So first I'm going to go ahead and pry the screen up just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and start where the buttons are located right here. Just kind of get this pick in, and as you start warming up the screen, make sure you're only getting the edges. Slightly just pry it up enough to where we can get one of the bigger clips in. You don't want to use the metal one because it will scratch up the screen. This is in case you're having like a different issue and you need to take the screen off. You want to go ahead and rock with plastic. We just need this to get the process rocking. So once we've got that in there, we're going to go ahead and just heat up the screen on the edges and just work the clip all around. As you're heating up the screen and you're trying to peel it with the plastic clip, don't just direct the heat into one place. Kind of move it around, do the back and forth motion so that you're not damaging the screen in case you have a good one. In this case, we don't have a good one, but it's still good practice in case you have like a different issue other than a bad screen. Also, make sure that when you're doing this, you're not going too deep with the plastic pry clip, because you can hook the LCD and you will damage the screen furthermore. Typically, once I get to the bottom corner, I'll go ahead and start working my way down from the top with the first pry clip that I used. Generally speaking, if let's say the clip does pop out, I like to just go ahead and use this metal one to just kind of pry the screen up just to get this one back in, like so. Perfect. So once we've made it all the way around, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set the iPad up. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just kind of heat the top up and just slightly push on the pry clip so that the screen could separate from the housing. And once it opens up well enough, I kind of like to just use my fingers to just keep the screen pried away. and just lightly applying pressure to the screen to just peel it, Go ahead and heat up the top as you do this. Once we got the top free, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of do the sides as well. And if you do see some tape from the screen, you could go ahead and just kind of hook it with some tweezers and peel it. It'll just make the process a lot easier. We're gonna go ahead and do the same on this side. Once we got the top and both sides freed up, we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom. Solid. Once we've done that, go ahead, flip the iPad upside down. When you remove the screen, you want to go ahead and push this forward so that you could expose the Face ID ribbon. We're going to use a 2.0 Phillips plus screwdriver, which we do have these on our website. The link will be down in the description. We're going to go ahead, remove these two screws. Remove the ribbon holder, and we're going to go ahead and use a plastic spudger to disconnect the Face ID from the board. Once we've done that, go ahead and open up the screen halfway. Just make sure you fold it in, and we're going to go ahead and disconnect these ribbons right here using our plastic spudger. Normally there would be a shield here with screws holding it down, but it looks like somebody's previously worked on this. Perfect. Once we've removed the bad screen, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clean off the excess tape that was left before we do anything else. Go ahead and remove it while it's still kind of warmed up. It makes it for an easier process. All right, once all the adhesive is removed, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and apply the new adhesive that we're gonna use to secure the new screen back on here. If you're purchasing the screen for us, we will have tape pre-installed on it. But for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and use the 3mm tape. What I'm gonna essentially do is just kind of line it up. And with the spudger, I'm just gonna go ahead and run it down, make sure that it gets secured nice on the housing. We're gonna go ahead and cut the excess tape off. And what I like to do with the spudger is I like to go ahead and kind of just round it out on the housing. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and just take a razor or anything sharp that will cut the adhesive and just remove the extra so that it's flush with the housing. And we're going to go ahead and repeat this process all the way around using the wider tape on the right side and the bottom, and then we're going to use the same exact tape that's a little bit thinner on this side because there's less housing for the tape, and up top as well. All right, once you got the tape installed, we're gonna go ahead and right here where you have the camera, where it kind of divots in, we're gonna go ahead and just cut that part off. And we're just gonna go ahead and remove this piece like so. And we're gonna go ahead and take this and put this aside. So the screen that we previously removed, we're gonna go ahead and remove the display ribbon by removing these two screws. Go ahead and remove the ribbon cover and use the plastic spudger to disconnect these two ribbons. Do keep in mind that all screens come with a Face ID, and the Face ID is married to the board on the iPad. So if you're ever replacing the screen, you're going to want to make sure that you are using the original Face ID ribbon. And normally if you take this off a fresh screen, these will be glued down. So you just run a heat gun lightly over it at like 100 degrees. You don't want to go any more, and you are able to just use a plastic pry tool or one of these metal clips right here to pry it up, to just kind of get underneath it. In this case, it looks like it's already done, so we're just gonna go ahead and peel this tape off. Don't ever tape it down like this. Just an FYI. In reality, peeling these off a screen that has not been removed, you will need a heat gun. You're just going to use a heat gun that's set to 100 degrees. You're just going to lightly run it over, and it should come off of this tape right here that it originally comes with. And we're gonna go ahead and use this pry tool to get underneath the front mic and simply just pry it up like that. Once that is complete, we can go ahead and take this screen and put it aside. We're gonna go ahead and grab our new screen, which we do sell these on our website. The link will be down in the description. Or if you want us to go ahead and replace the screen for you, you are more than welcome to send the iPad in for a repair. All right, gang, so when we get the new screen and we've pulled everything off and removed our Face ID ribbon from the old screen, what we're gonna do is with our new screen, if there is like any Scotch tape or any tape like that, go ahead, peel it off. We're gonna go ahead and remove this from the touch ribbon just to free it up. like so. And the new screens that we sell on our website, if you notice right here where you have the camera, the microphone, and the Face ID camera, there's little plastic covers. You want to make sure that you remove those as well, so that when you do install everything, your camera's not blurry. All right, once we remove those, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and peel this off the bottom of the screen, and we're gonna proceed with installing our Face ID ribbon. So for this one side still has the old adhesive on it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some new adhesive to this side. We're just gonna do a thin strip. Go ahead, apply that on there. And once we got that on, we're gonna go ahead and just peel the top off so that we have the sticky side. Like so. So for this part, it is really important to have this ribbon centered so that all your sensors are lined up with the two little holes that you have right here. Well, not holes, but these little divots in the screen that detects whether the light hits the screen, for the screen to go brighter or darker, etc. You want to make sure that the microphone is lined up. To make sure that you have it centered dead on, I'm going to go ahead and use a safety pin. And right here at the bottom, right there, you can see there's a little hole. So I'm going to go ahead and poke this in, bring it in through the hole like so. And with this Face ID ribbon, you have your microphone. You have your microphone right here. I'm going to show you. This is the microphone. So when you poke this through the hole and you have it sticking out, you're going to want to make sure that you take this pin and that you center it right onto the microphone, that you place the microphone right in the middle of the pin. And then we're going to go ahead and push this down flush. So this is what I'm going to do. Gonna go ahead, poke it through, sticking up right there. We're gonna go ahead and get the sharp end in the center of the microphone. Once you've confirmed that it's in the center, go ahead and just push straight down. The front mic has adhesive on it. Even if you pull it from the original screen, it's still going to have that adhesive on it, so it should stick. Once you do that, just kind of look at it, straighten it out a little bit, and when you do that, you should be able to just if you stretch out the ribbon, the sensor ones, you'll notice that it falls directly on that little circle that's on the screen. Vice versa, this side as well. Falls directly on that. The camera goes down as well, or the Face ID camera goes down as well. It is centered. Once we've done that, we're gonna go ahead and fasten the Face ID camera with these two sensors, what we do is we go ahead and we use B7000 glue. We do have this available on our website. And I'm just going to show you, when you pull the face ribbon from the original screen, you're going to have like little, let's see if we could get it to focus up here. You're going to have leftover glue on the ends right here. Like that's leftover glue that's dried up. And these little white ends that you see right here, that's leftover glue as well. We're gonna go ahead and put some B7000 underneath, just a small little drop on each side. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. A little bit comes a long way. Once we've done this one, we're gonna go ahead and just push the face ribbon sensor down. And we're going to repeat that same process for the Face ID ribbon camera and this sensor as well. So just a little bit, you don't want too much. This stuff does a good job. Gonna go ahead, push this down as well. Go ahead and hold it there for at least 5 to 10 seconds. And then we're gonna go ahead and repeat the same process and steps on this side. Once we've added some B7000 on that, we're gonna go ahead and push this down and press it flat against the screen. Go ahead, hold it down 5 to 10 seconds just to make sure that we've secured it on there. And we are ready to move on to the next step. So once we've done that, we're gonna go ahead and install the display ribbon on the screen. Go ahead and place it. And plug her in. Once you've got it plugged in, for this next few steps, I'm gonna go ahead and remove my gloves. It's just gonna make the process a lot easier. We're gonna take the ribbon holder, we're gonna place it down, and we're gonna go ahead and fasten it with the 2 screws we removed in the beginning. Once we've done this, we're gonna go ahead and take our new screen. We're gonna set it aside, and on the old screen that we removed, we're gonna go ahead and take off these magnets that are on the screen. It's very important. Just go ahead and use a spudger, and you could just go from the top from the bottom. And then go ahead and remove this one. Go ahead, bend the magnet back into its natural form. Make it nice and straight. Set that aside. Go ahead, move the old screen out of the way. Grab your housing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and peel this side. And once we've done that, I'm just gonna take some clippers, and right here, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of make little cuts for the magnet. And right up top where you have the volume up and down buttons. Once we've done that, go ahead and just kind of bend it in, make a nice little bed for the magnets. We're going to go ahead, place this one right where the buttons are. Make sure they're not in the way of the buttons, and then we're going to go ahead and grab this one. Place it down in the bottom. Make sure that it is secure. Once we've done that, go ahead and peel the rest of this off. Once we've done that, go ahead, grab your new screen. Place it to the side like so. And we're going to go ahead and plug in the touch ribbons to the board. Just simply line them up and just push them down. Once we've got those two secure, we're going to go ahead and do our display ribbons next. Once we've got those plugged in, I'm going to go ahead and install the cover that should have been there. If for some reason you guys have covers that are missing, we should have some available on our website as well. Gonna go ahead, take this cover, place it down, line it up with the screw holes, and we're gonna go ahead and fasten them down. The longest screw, they're all the same size except for one. One is longer than the rest, and the longest one always goes at the very bottom. Once we've got this installed, plugged in, and fastened down, we're going to go ahead and take the screen, flip it over, and we're going to go ahead and plug in the Face ID ribbon. It's very difficult to do. to get it on camera, but I'm just going to go ahead plug it in. Once you've plugged it in, go ahead and move it aside so that you can take the ribbon cover, place it, and go ahead, fasten it with the screws. Once you've got it fastened, go ahead and line the screen up with the edge of the housing. Once you got it lined up, go ahead and just drop the screen down. And just go ahead and push down on the outsides. Once you've done this, you should look at it and it should be flush with the housing. You shouldn't have the screen popping up. It should be even and looking new, as if you never pulled the screen off. Once all that is done, you have successfully replaced the screen on your iPad Pro 3 or Pro 4. Once again, if you're looking to do this repair on your own, we do offer all the tools that I used in this video on our website. The links will be down in the description, as well as the screen. And if you're not confident and you want us to do it, we do offer a mail-in repair service. You are more than welcome to send your iPad in for a repair, and we'd be happy to take care of that for you.